Planet Zoo Console Edition arrives tomorrow, and here are 5 things I am expecting, or not expecting, to see in the game. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, as there'll be plenty of Planet Zoo Console Edition content arriving from the game's release. Have a listen and let me know anything you're expecting from the game that I may have forgotten. Number 1. Cross-platform compatibility. Woohoo! Unlike on Planet Coaster Console Edition, Planet Zoo will give players the ability to upload, share and download blueprints from players across both console platforms via the Frontier Workshop. Personally, I think this is a great addition, as there are many talented creators on both PlayStation and Xbox, and until now we've only been able to share creations to those on our respective consoles. This opens up the possibilities of shared work to enhance the player market and increase the quality of creations on the workshop. However, it's not all great news, as something that won't be possible is trading through the animal market. This will be strictly limited to each individual console. Number 2. Continued DLC updates throughout the year. So depending on if or what you've pre-ordered, you will receive different access to various animals, species, campaign scenarios, scenery pieces, etc. Frontier themselves have confirmed that if you pre-order the Ultimate Edition, you'll receive a Season Pass, which grants you future access to a selection of 14 DLCs. All of these DLCs that are part of the Season Pass will be released between now and March 2025. This is very exciting, as even if you haven't pre-ordered the Ultimate Edition, there is still set to be a lot of regular, new and fresh content released over the coming year. The Season Pass, which grants you this access, is also available to purchase on the launch of the game, so if you haven't pre-ordered that and want to have access to it, you're able to. Well, hey! Number 3, something we're not expecting to see is any mods. The PC version of Planet Zoo has been out since 2019, and for PC users who have been playing since then, they may have gotten a little stumped for new and fresh ideas. This has been solved for a short while with the use of mods on the PC version. A couple of examples of these mods are things such as increasing the likelihood of an animal being born with albinism, which increases the guest interest, reptile houses, which house more interesting and diverse animals. So, you know, a few different additions like that people have made for the PC version. Unfortunately, mods will not be something that will be available to console players. However, I'm sure after waiting a few years behind the PC version, I'm sure that will be absolutely fine, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of content from the game itself to occupy everybody who wants to play the console version. Number 4, there will be a build limit. As with Planet Coaster Console Edition, Planet Zoo will contain a build limit. On Planet Coaster, this was known as the Oswald Eugene counter. On Planet Zoo, this will be known as the complexity meter. Based on the examples that Planet Zoo have given, I don't think this is going to be a problem for players, as they seems to be a heck of a lot you can fit into the zoo on console. And unlike Planet Coaster, I don't foresee there being many sort of demands for mega zoos and and huge sites. I can see 1 or 2 trying to push the limits, but some of the examples that Frontier have released themselves just to demonstrate what you can sort of achieve within a build limit is certainly very optimistic, and therefore I don't see this as being much of a problem, but it's worth noting that there will be a build limit. And finally, number 5, I'm expecting this to be another hit for Frontier Developments. I really do think this will be a successful move for Frontier. Their launch of Planet Coaster for console brought a brand new audience to them, and I think a majority of that audience will also lap up the opportunity to play Planet Zoo on console as well. I don't think everyone who played Planet Coaster will make the jump to Planet Zoo, as for some the interest isn't there. However, I think the market gap will be filled up by the additional players who want to play a zoo management game but don't really have an interest in theme parks, so it will probably balance out, and I imagine the player market will be pretty even between the two. So Frontier will certainly will be expecting a good, productive launch and a successful launch, and I really do hope for them that it is. So there we have it. There are my 5 expectations for Planet Zoo Console Edition. Let me know in the comments below if you'll be getting the game and what you're hoping to see. Make sure you hit subscribe for more Planet Zoo and Planet Coaster content, and other than that, I shall see you in the next video. Goodbye.